quit listening to me, quit listening to whoever the fuck else you listen to, and like go do the fucking thing. Because you not doing the thing is the only reason why you're even entertaining this discussion here around why am I not at where I need to be.
This is fucking life, baby. Things happen within the game that, you don't expect. At the end of the day, the awesome thing is that we get to play.
What's up, familia? My name's Rollin Berry. I went from food stamps to building a multi-million-dollar company. What actually allowed for this had nothing to do with business strategy. It was how I was operating. Welcome to the channel where I document my life, my work, and the internal frames up here that create the external results you see outside. This is the journey.
Quarterback for a college football team has to be able to throw a football and move laterally and be able to absorb force. Cool, so I've now figured out what his external environment is that he has to exist in. But what is his internal environment telling me? How well does his shoulder move? How well does his spine move? How well does he move? And I have to take the things that he needs internally, the things he needs externally, and bring them together to create a strength program.
And then what's Ian's specific goals here that you're trying to get him to?
And Jesse's helping me get unfucked.
So train hard, but do it without pain.
My hunger has been skyrocketing. Like, boys been just throwing down food. I eat the same foods every day, so my sleep's been decent. My training volume, whenever my training volume was higher, or I did like high intensity cardio, I was somebody who typically responded to that with eating more. So I was doing a lot of training outside of just what Jesse and I were doing. So like he would program me stuff, and then I wanted to get more volume in a certain body part for that particular day. So it's more so a discussion around trying to see what we could do and optimize a program around that, or what we could do in general. Open-ended combo that was not even like a directional, let's do this, let's do that, because I was just sharing with him my experience in the past. And I had never voiced that because I didn't want it to be a scenario where I never voiced something that was occurring and it kind of harbored inside in any capacity. So that's what we're having, just honest convo around that.
Were there any humps today with the businesses?
Yeah, there was a quick blip, just like a resistance thought. Like, so hopped on a call, we had another call, and there was a competitor in our space that launched a product that's exactly similar to ours. And so I noticed a subtle, like what would be, I think, resistance. But then I just like fades. But I know old me would have responded significantly different. I can notice where, again, like I call it like the frequency. So it's like because I'm so accustomed to different things, like I noticed like, again, and I liken this to, maybe we can get some of the video, so it's B-roll so you can see what we're talking about, like sound waves, you know what I'm saying? Like, how like as you turn up the volume on something, like the waves would get higher. Now like that wave for me, it was just like you know what I mean? Instead of like where before could have stayed elevated for here, could have gone here, whatever it may be. Inevitably, like, not every product that's made people are going to love, but two, you get to have more learnings that you can understand to better create your product, better create your system, and it services the customer. Because at the end of the day, like, it's not about how much we make or what we do. It's about creating products that service people. And so, I got in this because I wanted to make oral care more convenient on the go, period, right? And so if there are other people that provide solutions that do that, we obviously want them to shop with Brushy and work with us, you know what I'm saying? But like, if they have another element of it that they go over here for that reason, then we need to study that, understand that, and give them a reason to come back to us, right? So like, that's the onus is on us to do that. Like, that's what it's about, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I frame it. That's what I believe wholeheartedly. Instead of just taking a fear route of, oh, fuck, or this or all that, it's just like, it's dope now, so it's just a greater challenge. We were having a convo about what exactly? Again, where do we leave off?
Dragons.
Oh, I don't know if there's a dragon that's slaying it. I think that's, in your particular situation, that might just be something that's always been a belief for you.
So I don't need to choose to have one?
Yeah, everything is a choice. I'm not saying to take a hindrance that is a hindrance and have it, but you said, but your response to that was, I guess, we all have to have a dragon to slay. That's where I give you pushback.
So what's another way to frame that?
you have recognized something in your life that is not optimal. Now it's time to remove it. But that doesn't mean that once you remove it, then all of a sudden, because you removed it, now you have to enter in something that's not optimal in your life. That's what I'm saying. That's not true. There's typically something in us that causes us to take on things that aren't necessarily optimal from us. So what can happen is you can remove that one thing, but if you don't like discover a root cause for why you might gravitate towards that thing will just appear in a different form. Remember I was saying the current situation you're in is old news. So many people will say, well, damn, like, because this is happening to me now, it sucks and yada, yada, yada. It's like, no, dude, like the actual recognition of I want more, I can do more and all of that, that's growth. Because you're actually like coming to terms with saying, yo, like this situation I'm in, I can recognize it's not serving me. Here's what I want. You're not in that situation because you can't do X. You're just solely in that situation because the old you prior to that particular moment was comfortable with that situation, selected that situation for whatever it may be. But now that you've recognized it, boom, let's make a change. Because the first thing starts with awareness. Once you're aware and you're like, all right, I want something different, easy money, let's go get it. Now you have to show up to create the shit to create that thing. It's not just gonna fucking, fall yourself in your, it's not just fall in your lap, but like the actual recognition of it, it's the hardest part. Once you have recognized that something isn't serving you, especially if you're aware of what you would like to achieve, the biggest thing is just go do it. Within that frame, I would say many people can tend to overthink it. I tend to think that within that frame, it needs to look a certain way, or it has to be X or Y. And the biggest thing is take a step, period. Don't be concerned about if it looks perfect. There is no fucking perfect. There is no like all of that. But what's gonna happen is as you continue to make steps, you're gonna fucking learn. And you're gonna have opportunities come, and they're gonna continue to come, from you just stepping out and just doing the thing. Quit listening to me, quit listening to whoever the fuck else you listen to, and like, go do the fucking thing. Because you not doing the thing is the only reason why you're even entertaining this discussion here around why am I not where I need to be. If you just become aware of what you need to go do or what you don't like, you just go do it.